Well, good Sunday afternoon, everyone. It's a little windy today. Can't really help that at this point. But as you can see, the clouds parted way. It's nice and sunny today. As you can see, we did some changing here to the cattle shed, steer lot. 2.5 inches of rain the last couple days, so it's plenty soupy around here. And try and stand behind the truck. Maybe that'll block some of the wind. But if you look back in some of my other videos, you might notice that the steer lot used to be set up just like this. Well, I put it back to just like this because with the numbers that I have, that's plenty of room. And the idea is now I can set this back up just like it used to be for the pigs, and then I can throw 2 gates here and then put the gate back there, and I could always put Holstein steers in the end here. And then when I want to wean the Holsteins and put them with the beef calves or whatever, I can take down these 2 gates here, and then it'll be where they can go on both sides. For this winter, I'm planning on raising Holstein calves in this addition I'm putting on the back side of the barn. So the plan is here, I'm going to stack my firewood in that first section. That way it's inside, it's out of the weather. We have every intention of building a woodshed, but that isn't a necessity right now. There's other things that are more important, so for right now, I'm going to just put the wood in there. And like I've said, put a door in here. Who knows, we might actually do this project yet this fall. We're not decided yet. We've discussed it and kind of think that maybe we should just do it right away and be done. So that's to be decided, but plan on putting the wood in there for right now. So then on this one, I'm going to take that post back out and take this stuff off. I'm going to park my gravity box with the feed in that area. So that's the plan. I need to get a hold of the neighbor that trucks shale and lime rock and all that. Steers are probably going to leave on Tuesday. So I want to get this manure and everything all cleaned up and then get some lime rock put in there to build it up so it's not a soupy mud hole. Kind of want to do the same out here to build this all up and slope it so water runs away. And then I gotta do the work in here, and then it'll be time to wean calves. So what I do with that, like right now, I locked the cows off the field today because after that 2.5 inches of rain, everything is really muddy, and I don't want them to damage the winter eye too much or the hay field, so they are locked in eating hay right now. So I figure it's a good time to lock them in, and then they're gonna be looking for their hay every day. Once these boys are gone, I'll open up that gate. The cows will eventually mosey their way in here to eat this hay, and then everybody will filter in here, and then I'll just sort the cows back out. The calves will stay in here, and voila, we'll have them separated. So that's what's going on here. And I am hoping this week that I can get the lumber for this and run to Menards and order all the steel that I need for all the projects. I gotta go down to Menards DC to pick it up, so it'd be nice just to order everything at one time and have it here. Whether we get to these this year or not, that's to be decided, because the plan is we're gonna add 2 more posts, so that shed comes all the way to that end there, then build on the other side. Nothing else, I'd like to at least get the post set in the ground, then get all the lumber for this, and as soon as the steel gets here, then I will go to town on this. I don't want to get too far ahead of the steel because I'm going to bring all my big squares in here to use the scaffolding, so at least get all the lumber here so it's ready to rock and roll. But then I need to do some fencing out here in my cow lot. I'm going to change some things around, so instead of them going out here, they're going to go out on the back side of this here. So I'm going to set it up so I can put a gate here and for moving animals around, whatever. But you can see they're in here eating hay. It's some crappy hay, so they're eating what they want, laying on the rest. I'll haul it out with the manure, whatever they don't eat. You can see the winter eye out there is coming pretty good. So once we can get the rest of the corn off, like I say, the plan is to chop that part off yet. We'll get that planted, and then as soon as we can combine the rest, we'll get winter eye planted there. Same with that cornfield, same with the bean fields. So that's what I got going on. Depending on how much money we have to play with, might get a bunch of lime rock to put in here too, to build this all up and kind of slope it that way so the water runs out. The plan is I'm only going to feed in here most likely for a month or two in the spring when it's really muddy. Cement would be real nice, but I'm holding off on cement right now because if I decide to actually build a barn back here, it'd be kind of throwing money away to put concrete back here. So I'm kind of holding off. And when I've been building these buildings, anything that I put on here can be reused on another building if I build. So like the cow shed, and then if the steel that I'm going to order for that north side, if I decide next year to build a new barn, I can actually take all this down and reuse all these materials for the new barn if I so decide to build. Undecided on that yet, but that's kind of the plan. So that's why I'm not pouring cement yet, because if we do build a barn back here, I'm going to get all the posts set and then pour all the concrete before we put up a building, so that way the cement truck can drive right through it. We can pour our cement how we want it, so we have nice concrete, and then go from there. Anyways, I'm undecided on whether to build another barn or not. What I have works. If I build a new thing, it'd give me more room for storing feed and everything, but I don't know. So as of right now, I'm just, whenever I order material, I'm trying to order stuff that can be reused if I decide to build something else. I haven't done anything with the chute in here yet. That will probably be a winter project, if anything. Plan is to get that other chute set up to bring in here, put this head gate on that chute, put that head gate on this chute. I'm going to sell this chute, but there's no big rush on that. So it'd be nice to have it set up in here before we work calves, but this setup works, and there's only seven bulls to deal with, so it's not, you know, I've been using this chute for a long time, so it's not the end of the world. But anyways, if you can see back in there, I dropped a bunch of trees along the field edge, and then I pulled them out in the field away from the trees, so they're easier to get to. The cows have gone through and kind of ate the leaves off most of them. If I would have left the cows out there another day or two, they'd have had all the leaves gone. But it is muddy, muddy, muddy out there. It looks like the cow yard up here. They've got it so tore up. So I just decided they come in for hay this morning. Decided to give them another bale and lock them in here for the next couple of days. So anyways, that's what's happening on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. It's supposed to be like 72 degrees today, so it's a nice day to work on this project. It looks like it's not supposed to rain the next 4 days, but it's supposed to be cloudy. So I'm really hoping get these steers out of here and this mud dries up, manure, and then get this all cleaned up so I can get some lime rock to get it all situated the way I want it. And then I'm gonna build this up out here too, so it's not a low spot. But anyways, that's what's going on today. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday afternoon. So yeah, that's what's happening. So thanks for watching, guys and gals, and we'll catch you later.